Alright guys, what's up, Anime Bones? Now we all know Bleach is coming back, alright? So now with Bleach coming back, I wanted to make a little video on which anime out the big three is the worst, alright? I just wanted to make this straight and simple, right to the point, just so you guys can understand about this whole Bleach coming back thing. And even though Bleach is coming back thing, it might change things up, it might make you wonder, man, what's the best out the big three? What's this? And you know what? If you haven't watched all three, then you can't rate them, alright? But as a man who watched all three and who read the manga for all three, I will say, without a doubt, the worst out the big three is Bleach. Duh. Now, let's be honest here. Let's be honest. Do I hate Bleach? No. Do I love Bleach? Yes. But is it the worst? Nonetheless, yes, it is. Now, this also goes off the rip of just the main characters. I mean, I love all three. Naruto's obviously my favorite. Now, obviously, there could be a bias to it, but honestly, it's all up to your opinion. You know, if you like Luffy more, Naruto more. You know, both great characters. Both have dreams. Both worked hard for their dreams. But you know, with Ichigo, he just didn't have no dreams. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that because that wasn't his story to have. You know what I mean? His story was just to protect his friends, and he just got gifted with abilities that he just got gifted with. I mean, for some reason, Rukia was a great Soul Reaper, but for some reason, she lost to some weak common and Hollow for some reason. I don't know. But listen, it worked out in Ichigo's favor because now this is the part that doesn't make sense. Now, Luffy, we can kind of be like, all right, he got the Gomu Gomu fruit, and somehow it turned out to the God Nika fruit or whatever the fuck it's called, or you know, that's definitely a coincidence, and obviously, I mean, the main character plot armor type thing, yeah. Naruto, now the Nine Tails was always destined to be in him. They always told us that was in him. Now him being a reincarnation of their Sage Six Path, all right, bet. But now let's go into Ichigo. This nigga somehow turns out to be every single thing in his anime. Now, this, I mean, I don't know if you want to call it a plot hole. What do you want to call it? Overly used a plot armor. But, like, this was some BS, bro. Like, when I was hearing this, I'm reading, I'm like, bro, all right, like, y'all on Ichigo dick hard. Like, the writer, like, Titan Kubo or whatever, I'm like, bro, come on. Like, can I get him just training or something? Like, this man, they showed us three different type of people in the show and said, all right, how about I just make this nigga Ichigo every single thing? He made this guy, one, his dad just so happened to be a Soul Reaper. Then, what, two, his mom just so happened to be a part of the Quincy's. And then three, I don't even know how, I gotta rewatch anime because I don't really know it. But you already know, guys, that he went Vasto Lorde or whatever. Like, bro, he part hollow. I'm like, bro, y'all done gave this nigga everything he could have possibly been in the show. What else could he have been? A magician? Like, y'all made him everything he could be. And it was just, like, out of all the plot armors, out of all three of them, that felt like the most, all right? And there's nothing wrong with Ichigo. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just what the creator did. But that being the way he got all his powers is just that he just so happened to be every single thing that he was meant, like, that's in the show. It's kind of like, all right, bro, that's BS. Like, I can't say that's hard working. Like, we've seen Ichigo train or whatever for the first Soul Society arc a bit, and, you know, he did train. But he never worked hard, at least no matter what. I always say Naruto is the most hardworking out the big three, and we know Luffy would train for 2 years and stuff. Like Ichigo, it kind of seemed like his powers and everything was just handed to him. Like, oh yeah, you just happen to have this in your blood. You just happen to have this in your blood. You just happen to have this in your blood. And it's just like, bro, what the hell is this? Like that doesn't make any sense at all. All right, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like Bleach, it is the worst out the big three, but I will say definitely has the best character designs out all three of the shows easily. Like One Piece, we know how they characters be looking. They be looking fat with little legs or 20 feet tall out of nowhere. Like we just know all their characters look crazy. And then every female that shows up in One Piece, unless his big mom has giant boobs. Naruto, now their characters have differences, but Bleach character designs, take it. Now I will honestly say that's something that Bleach cannot be messed with. Probably top tier, if not the best, one of the best animes when it comes to character design. So they definitely got that in the bag. Great soundtrack and great cool characters, by the way. I love, like I said, I love Bleach. I love all three of the big three animes. But Bleach is without the doubt the worst one, sadly to say, and has the worst main character. Ichigo, he just doesn't have no goals or anything like that. I will say though, I liked his pairing the best. I mean, One Piece isn't over, so we haven't seen Luffy pair or anyone, but Ichigo with Orihime, I can't be mad at it. Me personally, I don't like Hinata, so that's just a personal thing, guys. It's just a personal thing. Me, I definitely like Ichigo Otohime. I kind of question why the Rukia thing was never like even brought up because I always thought him and Rukia had a thing too, but apparently it was just like no, Rukia's with Renji. Like that was just a definite thing at the end, which kind of confused me because I was like, oh, I thought Ichigo Otohime, I mean Rukia had a thing, but like I said, that's something cool. That's also for me in terms of Bleach being a good show or being better in the anime and being better in the top three. All right, but that's just what I think. I think Bleach is the worst out the big three, and the whole Aizen thing. Also, the way like we've seen this thing before where characters was like, oh, I planned this whole time, but the way like Aizen just happened, like the plan Ichigo's whole entire life is like, bro, what the hell are you talking about? Like, how is this even possible? And another thing I would also have to go to, I just keep getting on Bleach more and more now that I'm thinking about it, was the ending of it. Like, and I might not be able to blame it because I think at the end of Bleach, the writer was being kind of rushed, and which is crazy to think that you would rush a big three creator. Like, you rush the guy who was a part of the big three anime. That's crazy. But it's like, the ending, like from what I recall when I was reading the manga and I was reading the last fights, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I remember his last, spoiler alert, I remember his last fight when he went to his final form. It kind of like he went to his final form and then your watch just like broke his sword or something like that. And like he basically just negated Ichigo's whole thing. And I'm sorry, it was years ago that I read it because I read it like right after the anime ended, which was in 2012. So whenever the manga ended, which I think was still years ago, it's hard for me to remember. But I know if you read the manga, then you know or you remember better than me that like the ending in the last fight in Ichigo's last form and how it all went down was kind of like it went down just kind of ass, like you know what I mean. Then it wasn't cool. It wasn't like how Baryon mode went, or even how like Naruto Six Pass mode went, or hell, even like how Luffy's Gear 5 went. It just he kind of got the mode and just got it broken like instantly, and it was like it was just crazy to me. If you read the manga, if you've seen the last fight, if you know, then you know. All right, and that's just really why the ending for Bleach just wasn't as good. I can't compare it to One Piece yet because One Piece isn't over, but Naruto, the ending, not even including Naruto, so the end of Naruto was definitely better than Bleach's, I will say. But that's just why I think Bleach is the worst out the big three. Still love it, still a top tier anime, and if you haven't seen it, definitely watch it because this new anime when it comes out, I've seen the manga, those fights is crazy, and you're gonna love it. So if you haven't seen Bleach, as an anime fan, as a true shonen fan, you should definitely check it out. All right. Anime Bones out, and y'all let me know what y'all think is the worst out the big three. All right, peace.